Hey everybody, what's up? It's me,
Hello.
Eli, and my lost souls. How y'all doing? Listen, it's Friday. It's
It's
Friday, my
Friday.
dudes. Welcome back to Streaming Rainbow. Specifically, welcome back to Inferno, Streaming Rainbow's Guide to Hell. So cheerful. And today, once again, I am your guide and game master, Eli. And with me, as always, are my beautiful lost souls. We've got Daniel as the serpent. We have got Julia as the prophet. There's nothing false about that bitch. We have got Mags as the saint who's just literally going through it. Why am I here? God, why? Also, and finally, but last but not least, we've got Mikey as the pagan. So, before we get started, hi, like, subscribe, do all those things. Also, if you hit exclamation, if you're on Twitch and you hit exclamation point roll, you can roll dice and I will point and judge you. This is not the we listen and we don't judge. I will judge your rolls, and I might let something good happen, and maybe I won't because that's not good, guys. So today we are coming back to the Dark Forest, where our friends have had a really frustrating time. Has it been hours? Has it been days? Has it been a millennia? Guys, who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Any other announcements? Am I missing any announcements that anyone can think about? I don't think so. Follow everybody on their stuff. We have links to socials in the chat on Twitch. So yeah, I think we can get started unless anyone can think of anything I'm missing. Of course. Of fucking course she did. Sarah rolled a 19 like the goddamn queen she is. Anyway, I had to take a moment for that. Yeah, so are we all good? Guys, are we ready to begin? Awesome. After a honestly, frustrating is not a strong enough word, and devastating might be more accurate fight with 3 just vicious cats. Big old kitty cats. Actually, it wasn't a cat, it was a panther, it was a wolf, and it was a lion. None of them were happy to see you. In fact, all of them wanted you to go back to wherever you came from and stay away from them and just really stop trying to fight them. You all finally stopped fighting them, and as you floated in a dark space, you were taken back to very, very foggy memories, almost not even memories, half feelings and thoughts, and not quite sure if they were real or not, but they all felt so good. And then you woke up once again on the bank of that fucking pond, where at the bottom was that flickering light that was such a draw for the serpent, and such just honestly the true antagonist of the false prophet. Just truly, that is the prophet's actual enemy here. No one else, just that fucking light in the bottom of the pond.
And the saint.
And the saint. The saint is I think it's light at the bottom of the pond and then saint. Yeah, we did have PvP last session. Guys, go back and watch the VOD with that. It was the funniest thing in hell. It was very, very funny. It was petty as shit, and I was living for it. It was so good. Anyway, so as you guys are, the memories of what happened to bring you back to this pond fade quickly, like sand falling through your fingers, like you're trying to hold on to it, and the more you hold on to the memories, the quicker they disappear and dissipate, until you hear a voice, one that you have not heard yet, that just kind of chuckles and says, "Ah, well, that didn't go as planned, did it?" And as you look up, you see something. The forest creatures that you saw were solid. This is not that. This creature is in a humanoid shape, but is almost like a marble statue. It's very. It doesn't have the same features. It doesn't have hard, like, concrete features, but you do get the air of humor and comfort from this creature. What would you all like to do?
Eli, your audio got a little fucky.
I'm good. This guy sucks. What do you guys
Okay.
with this guy standing by the pond that is marble, not quite a person, but humanoid. And not hard. There's no genitals here, guys.
Quick point of order. Do we
A
get
Catholic server? Go ahead. What?
Do we get HP and spell slots back?
Yes. I will give you that. Yes. You any hope that you have expended is not back. Although you did not lose hope. You didn't lose hope by so as a reminder, everybody, in Inferno, if you die, then and you come back. You just you're missing a hope. You still have that hope. But any hope that you purposefully used in this journey so far.
What?
And Prophet. And Pagan didn't use it. Pagan wanted to use it, and I said,
but
how? So
Saints over here being the good boy.
Only because
I'm only begging to give Eli my 401k. I don't know why you guys are trying to give up hope.
Listen, you thought about it, you just weren't fast enough.
I wasn't.
So that hope is, you didn't lose hope by reconstituting, but any hope that you chose to give has been still expended. But you have full health, full spell slots, long rest has been achieved.
So no exhaustion as well from going backwards.
No exhaustion. Yes, you guys are back at level.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, now. No need to be so prickly. I'm a friend. I'm here to maybe get you out of here if you're so inclined.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Now, does anyone have any questions?
What should we call
Again?
you?
Call me complicated. None of us have names, you know. What should I call you? You can call me complicated. It would be the right answer for sure. I didn't say it was good. He's too tall. He's a tall leprechaun.
He's an angry elf.
I'm not angry. I'm quite happy.
You said see us again?
Oh, yes. You're all familiar to me.
You've been watching us.
What did you say, Daniel?
I asked, are you the devil?
I wish. Although if I was the devil, I wouldn't be here, would I? I'd be a few levels down. Have I been again complicated? I have been a little bit, but no, I know you topside. We all know each other topside. You haven't figured it out yet. That's fine. No one does.
Oh. Sorry, this is a
Nobody
Julia
likes that.
reaction. Oh.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm very forgettable. I don't really have a face right now do I? So, now that
Did-
that's
Does
answered.
do them saying that, I'm assuming them?
Yeah.
Them saying that, does that like trigger anything? Can I make a history check?
Yeah. Go ahead. Anybody who would like to roll history, perception, insight. It can be internal insight. It can be whatever. Just let me know your rolls.
Serpent is just huddled in a corner, muttering to themselves, a gold, a gold, a gold, while rubbing their asps.
He's always like that.
21.
That's a 17 on insight.
Okay. 21. What did you roll? You rolled history?
Yeah.
And
22.
on what?
Insight.
Insight. Great. Prophet. Yeah, Serpent is going through it. Really upset that gold is missing. That's real sad. That's priorities, guys. We really appreciate the Serpent and their constant priorities. Prophet. 21. You said.
Mhm.
History. It doesn't make you think of any personal history. It does remind you of Dante's Inferno, the stories of Dante's Inferno, where there was a guide, Virgil. So you get the impression that everyone has a role and this is theirs. Insight. For the two that are you looking for, I would say, so saint and pagan. Are you looking insight in yourselves or insight in this being?
I was doing insight on the guide. I don't like their tone.
Insight on myself.
Okay.
I don't
insight-
like your tone.
I don't like your tone, person. Right. Okay. So insight on the guide. Remind me again, Max. What'd you roll?
17.
Great. They seem genuine, if a little flippant. Like this, so it's a little off-putting how light they are making of what has truly been the worst for you right now.
Yeah.
So that sucks, but you get the impression that maybe they're just a dickhead. Like that's kind of the vibe. Insight for the pagan looking internally. Again, nothing is being triggered as a solid memory. But there is some, it's like that feeling that you got when you reach out to the flame. There is that flutter of warmth and hope in your chest. So does that make them trustworthy? That's up to you, but it gives you hope. This person in a very, very off-putting twist. Right. So,
So you say we all know each other, but you don't know who you are or who we are?
it's more of a feeling, you know. It's knowing a person, knowing their name. Is that the only thing it is? Is it so superficial? I know you with my heart, my darling. Ah, yes, that look on your face. Listen. As I'm sure, well, I'm not sure you're well aware. I don't know if you're all well versed, but welcome. You're outside the gates of hell. And unfortunately, there is only one way to get back to our bodies. And that would be through. So are you ready for a journey?
I'm sorry, we're... What?
You had to know that was coming.
Which part?
I
Which
know,
part?
but there's no way I can still be stuck here.
By here, do you mean in this place? Or like just all of it? What do you...
God's
All of it.
favorite is in denial.
You're not technically in hell. You're outside. So adjacent. Hell adjacent. There you go. You're not quite there yet.
Yes, but only people who... Apologies to those in the group. Only those who really deserve it wind up being here.
Funny that.
Our little friend has a point, my darling. So,
Not sure how poignant that point may be, but for most, yes. You asked about names. You may call me the pagan.
I see what you mean. Pagan, understood. And the rest of you?
Can Serpent make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
For
Like-
what?
Just for the
Mikey
lol?
is drowning.
Just call it. Just...
Ow, that hurt.
I'm sorry. DM, call it odds or evens.
Odds or
God
evens?
damn it.
Caffeine to the brain.
Odds or evens? Somebody call it.
Even
Odds.
That's
Even.
not-
Evens? I heard evens.
Goddamn.
That is a 17, which is that odds?
That's an odd.
Odds.
That's odds. Plus, what do I
What are
add
you
to this?
doing?
I'm just seeing if my panic attack ends. 19.
I would
19.
say-
I'm still in a panic attack.
You're
yeah.
still in a panic attack? Great.
Still in a
Okay.
panic attack.
Cool. Cool. All right. So Serpent is panicking in the corner. God, I love you so much. My God. Okay. Right. Okay.
Eli, have you
Pagan.
ever had a PC willingly ask to do a wisdom save and fail that spectacularly?
Yeah. Also in the comments, hey Courtney, what's up? Specifically
mama.
for panic attacks.
I love escapist fiction.
Right. Welcome to Fantasyland, where we don't have panic attacks. We don't need mental health. We have fighting.
As we
okay.
say in hell itself.
In hell itself. Right. You, my spiky little friend. What should I call you? Yes, you. You're very prickly, and I love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. I'm your prophet.
You're my prophet. I'll remember that. Right. And for you, exalted one,
Well,
I call you.
the false prophet thinks I'm high and mighty. I guess I might as well just keep referring to myself as the saint.
Oh, you should do that. That's perfect. And are they all right? And the guy motions over to the serpent, who is
Gold.
I think like I've
Gold.
genuinely
Gold.
just noticed this. I'm gonna go over to Serpent and just like gently put a hand on your shoulder. It's all right, dear.
I kind of slither away,
Oh,
like recoiling.
Okay, all right. I've got a fix for this. And they snap their fingers, and in their hand is a torch. And the light coming off of that torch looks very familiar. It has the same glimmer as the light in the water, the one that gave you guys so much hope. And he goes, they go, she goes. There's no gender in hell, guys. We have nothing. This being goes over, crouches next to the serpent, holding the torch. All right, friend. Yes, look, it's kind of gold. Look at it.
Don't
With us.
patronize them.
I'll patronize anyone I want to.
You've been patronizing everyone in the group so far. Who are you to talk?
I know, that's why they don't like it.
Kind of slow. It's like a flickering flame.
Yeah, it's
get-
like literally like an old school like torch. So it is like a flickering flame there.
I put my hand closer to it. Does it feel warm?
It does. Can you also roll a perception check, please?
I mean, am I in a state to notice things?
You can roll a disadvantage. I'm happy to let
I'll
you
do it
do
with
that.
disadvantage. I'll do it with disadvantage.
Daniel!
I'll do it with
I
disadvantage.
really love it when characters make choices to hurt themselves.
That's all I do. I rolled an 11. What was it? Perception?
Yeah.
Why is it just a plus sign? Plus 2. So 13.
13. You feel warmth, and you start to feel more than just heat. You feel a different kind of like a soul warmth start like creeping up your arm, grounding you a little bit slowly, but it's grounding you.
Yeah, after dying, literally dying, and kind of reemerging in this lake where I drowned a little bit ago, I'm feeling such a warmth. I don't think I've felt warmth in hell yet. It's always just been cold. So
Yes.
feeling this warmth brace through my fingers and through my slithering tendrils of cloth and masks, bandages, deep breath. Looking at the guys, you can call me Serpent.
Serpent. It's very good to meet you. Or meet you again. I won't keep saying that. It seems to freak you all out. It's good to see you. You, at this point, can call me the guide, as that is what I am here to assist with, if you would like my services.
Well, let's get on with it then.
Right. Before we go, just so there are fewer complications than what you might have gotten up to previously.
There are more of you.
Oh, there's all kinds of us, yeah. Here's the thing. You'll see more of us. More... How to put this? When you first arrived, if you can remember, you probably heard the screaming, eh? Lots of yelling, lots of gnashing
It's
of
a little
teeth.
hard to miss.
Yes.
Yeah, right. You didn't happen to see any bodies going along with those noises, did you?
No,
No.
I looked, but there was nothing. Just the trees.
Well, the good news is the screaming was not coming from the trees. That would be absolutely horrific, and this is what hell, but not even hell could not be that fucking bad. So, there were people. They are just, for the most part, the souls that are here outside of the gates are, wispy. Let's put it in a whimsical fashion, shall we? They're not all there. You all, now you're different. You're a whole other thing. I have good news for all of you. You're not dead. Your bodies are up there somewhere topside. Probably not awake. I certainly hope not. I hope you had yourselves on some good friends and maybe on a good autopilot. But, right. You're not dead. You're all here for a reason, though. And at that, they do look at the saint. You've all done something to earn your place here. Sometime in the future. Ah, no need to look so smug about yourself, Prophet. You're going to a place that's not my favorite from what I've heard. Now, the good news is, as I said, you're not dead. So I'm here to guide you along. And you're going to have the opportunity to... what are they always yelling in the square? Repent, repent. Redeem yourselves. And you don't have to come back. Now, isn't that quite a nice gift from those above? Now, if you don't repent and don't redeem yourself, but you also don't go through, you will be stuck here in limbo for the rest of your days. Until your body dies. So, if you want to have a really boring existence, you can stay here. Now, if you want a chance to go back up topside, you'll come along and play the game. What do you think?
Well, what's stopping us from repenting here and now?
You always have the best questions. This is why I like you. You're going to be meeting those along the way across your journey here. Down, down, down through all the levels. You're going to meet people that look a lot like, well, not like me. They'll look different. But they will feel familiar. You'll have people that you've met or have heard of you, or you've heard of them. And they'll need your assistance in some way or another. You assist them. Now, depending on how you assist, you redeem yourself. Do that a few times, prove that you're on the up and up. Get all the way down to the boss himself, good old Lucifer. If you can get past his knees, you're free and clear.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put an arm around the pagan. What of those of us who haven't done anything wrong?
This, and I'm truly sorry, friend. That is truly the most unfair part of this. You gotta redeem from being a non-believer.
It's always unfair. It's never not.
So,
This is life.
in order to leave, I need to renounce my very religion that I was born into, just because someone says I must. Sounds like exactly what I went through up there.
I mean, friend, again, I agree, it's not fair. And to be fair, you are here. So that means there is a set of rules, as much as we might not like them. That being said, there will be people you come across. Also, there will be people you all come across. If you help them, if you lead them in the way that leads towards redemption, I'm not the one to judge. That's for the really big man, up in the clouds, up in paradise, as it were. But it's quite a long journey, and you've got plenty of time. So maybe you'll have a change of heart as you go, and maybe you'll trick people into thinking you have.
Play your game. Bring it.
Good. Excellent. That's very good to know. I should also warn you, specifically, I should warn you, because it's coming for you faster than anyone else. We're going to be heading towards a gate. A gate to the first level of hell. You're not in hell right now. You're adjacent to it. We're knocking on the doors, as it were. Whenever you're in the destination of where your soul is currently slated to go, you're a beacon. Now, as unfair as it is, the first level of hell is for the pagans. You'll be in good company when we get there. Is there anything else?
No.
The sooner the better. Let us make our way.
Oh, Golden One. How are you holding up?
There's a plan for everyone in mind. And my father knows my heart and my soul. Help me get out of here so I can repay it.
That's the spirit. And you, my slithery friend. Are you in?
Do I have a choice?
Of course you do. You can slither around here for the rest of your days. I will warn you, there's not much gold here, as you found. Not much to see or do. Not many people, mostly wailing.
Come on, dear.
No peer pressure. They can make their own decision. And it must all be of your own accord, or it won't be working.
Well, let's get this shit show on the road.
Again, that's the spirit. Right. You'll notice this lovely light I have. This, my friends, is called the Torch of the Divine Hope. As long as you stay within its radius, within its warmth and light, you will have light. You'll be able to see. Also, no, I think that's it. It is a source of gosh, I should have better words than this. It is a source of hope. It is called the Divine Hope. Divine Hope comes from the man up in the clouds. It is the only thing keeping your souls from falling desperately into despair and staying in hell forever. So stay here, stay within this, because if you don't, and you die, as it were, like you did before, you will not come back. Listen, there's a bird in my ear saying true things, and I'm going to share it. Look at that. What level of hell does that go to? We don't know.
No, Eli, I'm the bird in your ears. Don't call Courtney that.
Oh, I wasn't going to say it. There's a lovely bird here. There's my favorite songbird. Right.
That's me.
It's you. Right. This torch, stay within its radius. If you leave it and harm comes to you and you fall, you won't come back like you have before. Are we understood?
Loud and clear. Lead the way.
Perfect. Now, last time you went off all on your own, I think you went down a path and saw a hill. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yes.
We saw more than just a hill, but yeah.
Did you see our friends? Our prowling little friends?
If you can call them
If
that.
that's what you want to call them.
Well, listen. You want to call those bastards your friends? You do that, guide. someone's a little testy. It's like you might have had just a little bit of a fight, huh? Anyway, those are the 3 guardians of this forest. Their sole purpose is to stop people from getting to the gates. So we're not going to go that way. That hill is a very special hill for them. We're going to avoid it.
Immortal, right?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, they're never ending. They're infernal hell beasts. So they definitely weren't ever going to die. Never ever going to die.
Where were you earlier to stop us from encountering them?
Oh. Stop you from encountering them. How else will you learn?
Learning's not exactly in their forte. You have to understand this. They think they think they know everything. That's why they call themselves prophet.
I'm sorry, I don't believe you're a part of this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in the group and that the guide was talking to all of us. I could be wrong. I'm so sorry. I don't know nearly as much as the great prophet does.
Well, it's not your fault.
Kind of ignoring this conversation.
The guide has the biggest shit-eating grin. Is loving it. The guide is
step up
just
to the
so
guide,
happy.
to their face,
David?
and say, "You willingly subjected us and let us go into that despair of dying, of being gutted, of sacrificing ourselves again and again and again as a lesson? Are you, God, trying to teach us something? Because I'm really not in the mood for another fucking lesson."
The grin gets smaller, but has not faded completely. No. I was not here. I was looking to find those like you for me to guide. I apologize. Those words were to poke fun. But in all seriousness, I didn't arrive until I didn't find you all until you were back there at that pond. That is the place where everyone ends up. I am sorry that I hadn't made it to you yet.
Apology accepted. Wait, insight check.
Good for
Yeah, we don't accept things easy. I would also like to insight check, actually.
Are you listening? Are you still beefing?
Oh, I thought this was like happening within
Oh.
enough proximity.
I mean,
Yeah, I
here's
cut through the two of them. I assume that they're like a triangle with them two on the sides.
I think like
God
after a
just
certain
separate.
point with the Saint, like I do get to a point where I was like, I don't give a shit about you. Like I'm gonna.
I will say
would like-
roll. If you want to roll insight, Julia, I would love for you to roll that at disadvantage as you are fighting with your nemesis.
Cool. That's a nat 1, so 6.
I would like to roll.
Yes.
They're so hot. Anyway, go ahead.
We love a good Ainsley roll.
I would
Shut
like
up.
to roll insight because I have been staring him down since the second he said that the first gate is that of the pagan.
I rolled a 16 on insight.
Great.
Okay. I should have remembered this by now, but I did not.
It's been a second. It's been 2 weeks.
15.
Who are these people? 15. What was yours again, Daniel?
16.
16 and 15. All right. Are you looking for anything in particular? Okay, so insight, what's the topic? Like, are you just trying to see if this person's legit? If they're like, what are you trying to
not
glean?
that they're legit, because at this point we're in hell. How could it get any worse?
That's a bad thing to say.
I know. That's why I say
Don't say
We
that.
just saw worse.
I want to poke karma and see what it does. I'm wondering, if they genuinely were lost and didn't simply let us fumble about
Sure.
in despair.
Okay. All right. So for you, for that insight check, you do sense a genuine a genuine regret is the right word. They are sorry that that you had to go through this. That's what you're getting from that. And I think you also sense a level of frustration that could be interpreted as like not frustrated at you, but frustrated because they didn't get there fast enough. That they're, so perhaps not lost, more that they couldn't find you. They weren't lost, but you were. Pagan, what are you looking for?
What he isn't telling me.
With that, and you rolled a 15?
Yeah.
There is with a 15, there is, again, Pagan hasn't gleaned this yet, but now you are gleaning it. There is a level of being of jovialness that is out of place. And there is if moods could have a flavor, there is a bite to this. There is something a little bitter, a little sharp underneath the levity.
Okay.
Right. So, stay within the torchlight. I can lead you away and to the gate. As I'm sure you've already experienced, if you go the wrong way, or if you try to leave the way you came, this place does not take it well. It will wear you down until you are... I don't know how you can be exhausted when you have no body, but you will be exhausted. There is a level...
What happens?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go. No, you're good. Go.
What happens if we leave the torchlight?
You leave.
Or if we
You
are
lose,
trapped out?
you lose protection. You lose hope.
Okay.
And not sure if... How many of you have heard of that fella Dante? He's a writer, Italian. Oh, of course you have. Anyone else?
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, you're so esoteric. It's right up your alley, my love.
Some might call it well read.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm not surprised.
I can't decide if I like you.
You're right to do that. You can't decide up north either. That is the biggest compliment I have ever gotten.
The saint sees a false prophet getting visibly frustrated at the guide. And Saint's opinion on the guide slowly starts shifting more positive.
We are children.
Something, get along shirt, something.
After yelling at the guide, I kind of turn away from them, and I'm just so exhausted. I'm so fucking exhausted, just because I gave up 3 hope, and I go over to Saint, and I stand next to them, And if you'll allow, Mags, I just put my head just like on your shoulder. Like in a very kind of like comforting, just like I'm exhausted and want to lean on something strong. And so they just kind of rest their head on your shoulder.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I'll even like try like lightly like as your head like head's on my shoulder, I kind of put my hand on the back of your head in support.
Mm. Yeah, just kind of, there's a distinct kind of a little animalistic sense to it of just like this is an animal, like that kind of sense when an animal trusts you, so they want to go to you to feel safe.
Oh my god.
That's the vibe you get from it.
I love it.
And in
So
fact, I
much.
think if you look down, Mags, not only is the serpent's head on your shoulder,
Mhm.
but one of those golden snakes that you saw them fighting with shifts and twines up the rod of your banner, and is also integrating itself and entwining itself, kind of scenting the air with its tongue as it sits with you.
I love it.
I've considered going, I'm a snake. I've considered it. Consider it.
We've thought about it.
That's what happens when I lose all of my hope. I just go, I'm a snake. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. So
Make it start.
I'm a snake. The guide, for the first time since you've seen them, or are aware of them, kind of loses that grin and is taking you all in. It's taking that moment in. And Serpent, you feel, if you would like, if you would rather, you don't have to, you can choose to ignore this, but they're really taking you in and taking in something deeper and like really seeing kind of the state that you guys are in. Ah. Now this is surprising. I was going to explain to you what this hope does for you, but it appears that perhaps you've already learned a few lessons. You can gift it. You can share hope with your friends here. At the risk of losing your own. Not even a risk, you will lose your own. Or perhaps you feel the need to empower yourself. You can use it then as well. If you find yourself in need of a fight. But again, be careful. Because once it's gone, this is a finite resource. You understand that, don't you? You feel it, don't you? Once it is gone, it is gone. And you will be trapped here. Well, you won't be trapped here. You will immediately appear where you are meant to be. And unfortunately, at this moment, that will be your final destination within the levels of hell. Fair or unfair, as it may be. Be cautious. Don't be too risky. Or be risky. It's up to you. It's your afterlife as it is. Now, mechanically, guys, and for our viewers, hope, as again, you guys had, some of you still have it, 32 points of hope. This hope can be spent to empower yourselves. There is something called empowering your sin. You saw it in the last session when the serpent used it to boost their poison, I believe is the skill.
Correct.
Also, something that none of you guys have done yet is, well, let me tell you the little homebrew that I did, which is what happened last session as well when our pagan fell. I will allow, this is not in the original rules of from Acheron Games, but when you if you fall, you can choose to sacrifice a hope point to bring your friend back up to full. That is full HP. That will not include spell slots. Anything that requires a long rest as far as your spells, abilities, things like that, that will need to be a long rest. We haven't had to worry about it at this point because you guys are my guinea pigs and you're in a never-ending forest. So long rests have been understood. So this is for future tables. None of you are watching. That's fine. I love you very much. But listen, guys, it's Friday night. I'm not wrong. I will tell you all later. But when you you don't need to sleep, you don't need to eat, you can't get exhaustion by not sleeping, but you do still need to have your long rests to regain all of your spell slots and abilities and things like that. So from a storytelling standpoint, you just tell me when you're gonna fucking take a break for 8 hours or whatever. So that's how long rests work in Inferno. Finally, you can choose to give hope to your teammates in another way. This is to give hope, not to bring them back from whatever. So, pulling up the rules, guys. So, I'm giving the wrong information anyway. You guys have 33 hope points. I can do math.
Numbers are hard. We're gay. It's fine.
It's fine. Listen, Sarah, yes, queen. Anyway, so a lost one can give their hope to another traveler. So you guys are travelers. That's what we're calling you. To other willing characters they meet in hell. As an action, you can spend 1 spark of hope or 1 glimpse of hope to give another character an amount of hope points equal to half their roll rounded up. So what is a spark of hope? What is a glimpse of hope? Guess what, guys? It's dice. If you would like to give a spark of hope, that is a D4. It is an action to do. So a D4 halved, rounded up. And then a glimpse is a D6. But that is spending hope. That is spending your hope. You're taking your hope and you're giving it to somebody else. So right now, not as big a deal unless we're really worried about the serpent, which, guys, let's be honest, I think we're all worried about the serpent. A little bit.
We're all really worried about the serpent.
We love Daniel so much. But yeah, that is how hope works in this game. Yes. And right. Okay. So we're not going towards the hill. Understood, right? We're not
Where
going to
are
go
we going then?
Okay. Listen, it's going to be bad. It's going to look bad. No, you're in hell.
We're aware of that. Can we get on with it?
Oh my god, you've got to unclench. All right, let's go. Okay.
Do I have to drown myself in the lake again?
The pagan just hearing that, their thoughts on the guy go in a positive direction just a little bit.
I have mentally decided now if I like this bitch. And guess what? I don't. You were funny. It was cute. Just said out loud. That is
above table, Julia, I love you so much. You died as a bitch.
Much, Eli. This is so funny.
Funniest fucking shit I've heard.
Like I I think like
Catty meet catty.
all you see from the prophet is just like the shoulders come forward a little bit. Like that's all the reaction there is.
Hey, Gabby,
To
we'll
that
we'll tell you
particular
later. It was great.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Okay. So,
Oh my god.
okay. All right. So, all right. This is bad. It's just bad. It's like, there's no good way to say this. We're literally going to go into the darkest part of the forest and cross a place called the Gloomy Kingdom.
Do they
Right?
have
That's why I
gold?
didn't
On
want
the
to tell you all.
nose, but
I didn't want to tell you all just for those looks. I promise it is the only way to get through. We're going to be going towards a really scary cliff, and we're going to be climbing.
Well, every
Right?
kingdom is gloomy, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, that's the attitude to have. Right. Okay, we're gonna go. And they just start walking, hoping that you follow.
Yeah.
Saint's definitely following.
I
Might
also
as well.
follow. Yeah. And staying close to that warmth.
As we're walking,
Yeah.
I'd like to just kind of lean into the pagan and at a volume that hopefully only they will hear. Listen, we don't have to renounce anything. The fact that we're here is proof that they can't tell the difference between who is and isn't truly a sinner.
I can't quite remember what I have and have not done in my life. But personally, I do not think none so great as to be befitted this judgment. And frankly, as he said, and as I said, I'm here to play the game.
I'm not above a little performing myself. I know I'm going to end up here eventually, but not before my time. And I think I'm going to just take your hand. It's good to know we've seen each other before.
Familiarity helps.
Great. So as we go, he's like being a tour guide at this point. Like, look, there are those trees. Welcome to the Gloomy Kingdom. This is terrible. It's all awful. Well, we're trying to get out. Right. So while we go, you're going to be finding people you know. You need to talk to these people and help them out. That's how you redeem yourselves. That's kind of the whole game. You'll know when you meet them because they'll be like corporeal and like look familiar. I've never been really good at this part of it. I've never actually done this before. So anybody, this is really boring. We can't just walk in silence.
I'd prefer it.
Oh, you can talk. You can walk in silence. Anybody else?
I wouldn't mind a little light conversation.
What's light conversation? Hey, okay, great. What do you want to talk about?
What are you?
The Saint is like fully trying like to have a conversation, like a full regular conversation with the guide, and Serpent comes up, true 5-year-old at the family reunion energy. What are you?
It's giving child meeting their first non-binary person.
Mom,
Yeah.
what is that man, woman, person? Who are they? What's going on?
Like, I can't tell, Bob. What are they?
Sir, madam. But that does actually.
Okay, yeah. Serpent just kind of like.
Serpent, like that makes the guide again burst out laughing as they're holding this torch and walking through these creepy woods. I'm okay. Wait, that question has so many answers. Do you mean like biologically, or like personality-wise? Because
More More spiritual existence. Are you also dead? Are you part of this place? Are you like the animals that killed us? I'm just curious where you fit
Ah.
in to hell.
Right. I used to be human.
Are you
Died.
something that befits the name of, well,
What?
and he just gestures to the saint.
Oh wait, say that again because your camera cut out and you got a little weird.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Oh, the pagan's so glitchy. It's weird.
God, why are you talking to that wall over there?
God.
Hello.
No. You're walking the wrong way. Hold on. Are you? Oh, crap! Now I'm doing the wrong voice.
There's no wrong voice here in hell. You could be any voice.
Yeah. Are you something that befits the name of one of our own? And he gestures to. They gesture to the saint.
Do you mean was I human? Mortal.
At one point.
That's an easy question to answer. Yes, I was. Now, unlike you all, I did in fact die. It was, not my favorite thing to do. I am, but, so it's like I used to go there, but now I don't. But so I can help the new newbies come through and do your thing.
You've done your time?
Yes. What?
You've done your time, and now you're a guide?
That there could be an argument that this is my hell, having to shepherd all you fucks through hell. So this could, in fact, be my punishment. But I tried to make light work of it.
So, if you know the way out of hell, why are you... Well, you died. Is that the reason? Is that why you're still here?
Yes. Just cursed to always come back here and help the next just lost sheep as they go along.
I see. Sorry if my question seemed forward. I don't talk to people well. Or do much other things well.
Darling, you mustn't speak of yourself that way.
You said you remember us from not here.
No, yeah,
Is
correct.
there any way
yeah.
you can elaborate more on that?
It's all very fuzzy. That's the whole problem of being down here. It's I've lost the voice. It's gone. Guy's now not Irish anymore. I'll be Scottish for a while at some point. I don't know.
Is it Scottish? Is it Australian? You never know.
I'm rotating through all of the stock voices, so I'll be Swedish for a while. It's sure. What a
Eli went to
question
David
answer.
Roblay's school for voice acting. You gotta practice.
You know what voice is coming next then? Not Hitler.
I mean, we're in hell.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Not Hitler.
I was
That's
gonna
too
say
advanced.
the Cosgrave.
That is too advanced for Cosgrave. I can do.
I don't understand this reference.
Oi, what's all this then?
Does Hitler
Right.
have to do with it?
Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Is Hitler
Daniel,
in hell?
Yes.
Watch Monjay Perry,
Yes.
only on Streaming Rainbow.
Actively in hell.
Oh God, do we have to redeem him? Oh Jesus.
No, we do
No.
not.
No.
Hey, actually, in fact, let's punish him more. Let's go on a side journey to find Hitler in hell and kill
Side
him all
quest.
over again.
Side quest.
Hey, listen, bud. Sorry about you. You can turn off the stream. Don't. We love you very much. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Side note. Check out the funniest actual play. I played it in such a long time. Monjay Paris, only on Streaming Rainbow on YouTube. It's funny as fuck. I play a cowboy. Let's go.
Yeehaw.
And David
Yeehaw.
does an impeccable English accent. Impeccable.
Pause for effect.
Impeccable. Right, no. We're back in it. Okay, so there's a level of understanding, and it's all kind of fuzzy. But the reason I know you is because you've all got faces.
I would hope we
oh,
all have faces.
You've got features. Well, I can tell you've got features underneath the things. You've got physical hands. You got a big fucking banner. So, that's one of the ways that you'll know that you know somebody. As you're walking, as you're going through and you get into the more populated parts of hell, you'll see people will stand out to you and they'll just be more in focus almost.
You can see past the unwanted mirage.
You cannot. I have no idea what you actually look like up north. I'm southern now. I forward from Bells from whatever, Mighty Nine.
There you go.
Click a roll. Let's go. Mighty Nine. It's Chuck. I talked about Chuck, and he's inhabited my body, and I can't stop it. He's southern now. Hey, I never said I was good at accents, ever, because I'm not. Yeah, go ahead, Pagan. Not real good.
Yeah, no, lost it.
I sidle up to Pagan's having this chat with the guy. I'm gonna sidle up to Prophet. In a low voice. I kind of whisper. That light, the torch. We might just need that. We might not need them.
Oh. I like the way you think. My worry is the lapdog pointing to the saint. Might try to be a hero about it, but we'll keep it in mind.
I have a feeling they would just go with the crowd.
They certainly have gone with a particular crowd.
Something to keep in mind.
Yes.
That's right. I can't see through the mirage. You all look like the Prophet there. Big fucking deer skull for a head. That's what I see. But like the fact that I can see the skull is the indicator. The image is just like has details. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm getting it now. Yes.
Right.
I'm not, but I'll just. I'm not really interested in.
I'll let your friends point out. Well, they won't know if somebody has details. If somebody's more or less fuzzy and has a body, go try to help them or talk to them or not. It's up to you. You're a person with your own choices, and consent is important. So anyway.
Choices.
So we're gonna just walk. Great. Hey, so you're not having a great time in hell, is what I'm understanding. And you guys are just walking through these woods.
Anyone?
What?
I believe that's the point of hell.
To be fair, this part is bad. So you haven't had the best experience. No, you're right. All of hell is bad. No, you don't want to be here. That is the true purpose of everything we have going on.
I'm looking forward to the good part.
Well, hey, great. We'll find it. That's a journey. That's a good time. Yeah, it's great.
The real fun of hell was the friends we made along the way. So.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, this is the good part. It's the walking and the talking. I would like anybody who. So you're making your way through the woods. They said the gloomy kingdom. This is not what you would call a kingdom by any means. It's more like an expanse of trees. But so I would like for anybody who would like to roll perception, nature. If you want to take in the surroundings, roll perception or nature. If you want to roll into how people are doing, insight, whatever, just let me know what you're rolling. Ooh, Pagan is happy or not.
That's another fucking nat 1.
What are you? What were you? Oh, nice. What were you, Julia? What were you? What was the prophet trying to?
Perception.
Just about what's happening around. You're not a country person. You're a city person. So these trees look the same. This is so monotonous. This is awful. This bitch. It's bad. You are like, this is
You
the
don't see
stupidest
fucking
thing.
shit.
Oh, they see so much. It's just worthless and not worth their time.
And
Which
also,
is honestly
I really don't like walking.
I don't. Where is my cat Palikine? Where are my strong boys to carry me? So yeah. So this is what's happening with the prophet.
Yeah.
Nat 1. Pagan, what were you going for?
I was going for nature.
Oh my god, these trees are fucked.
Whack ass tree.
Vibes are off, man.
The
Whack ass
vibes are off. These are
What did
not
tree
healthy.
do? What did tree
I
do
was
to
thinking
in
you have
hell?
not been watered in a long time. You've not seen sunlight.
Yeah, it's weird because there
How are
is
these even
sunlight.
down here?
Yeah, there's sunlight, but it's weird. It's like this weird, like thin sunlight that just doesn't feel like it's like the serpent had said. Like there's no warmth in the sunlight. It's just void, nothing. It's bad. Thank you, Sarah. I know words good. Palanquin.
I love palanquin. It's one of my favorite words.
Serpent or Saint, did either one of you roll for anything?
I rolled a dirty 20 on insight.
Wonderful. I rolled a 8, much like Prophet. I don't go outside.
So, was yours a perception as well, Serpent?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a city guy person. Mm-hmm. Guy is gender neutral in Eli's house. But in you're just kind of like, oh god, there's no alleys to go into.
Nothing to steal.
Leaves. No fucking leaves. I can't. There's no acorns. There's nothing interesting. Boring.
It's like that scene in Always Sunny where they're in the Pine Barrens and Charlie goes, trees everywhere, trees.
Everywhere trees.
Correct. Everywhere trees. Saint, what are you trying to get insight on with your dirty 20?
I think I'm still trying to get insight on the guide. I don't like the paladin. The saint is like warming up to the guide only because they're seeing how increasingly frustrated they get with the false prophet and vice versa. So it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I love you, Julia. So I kind of just like, I want to keep getting that temp check because deep down, I think the saint knows they have to trust them. It's just a matter of, do they want to trust them?
Okay. With a dirty 20, I will give you what the pagan got and a little more. You see a sharpness and a bite with the levity and with that, like with the poking fun, and a restlessness and a a little bit of like, again, bitterness and just like you kind of get the feeling that like they're making jokes about like, all right, we're going to talk about the weather, like let's like welcome to hell, guys, how you doing? Like there's a lot of that, but there's a little bit of them being like, okay, like come on, these fuckers just got to go, like come on, like they're giving off this restless energy that is, yeah, like again, this person's in hell. They did die. You definitely get the impression that they're not lying, that they're trying to get through, that there might be some resentfulness of like having to do this, especially with people who aren't dead. This like there's this weird there's this resentment. That I think that's the big thing that you're getting with the dirty 20.
Yeah.
And they're making the best of it or not, or they're taking out their resentment just in a comedic way. So
Fair.
I have a question.
That's real as hell.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to ask
Yeah.
another question for the guide.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to, but what did you do to get here? Do you remember?
Well, hey, fair warning. Don't go around asking everyone why they ended up in hell. Some people are very sensitive about it. But
Don't know until you ask.
True. I'm just warning you right now. Some people might
Are the rest of us
hit
here?
first. Yeah. Are you being quiet? Are you being, or are you having an open conversation?
I'm having an open conversation.
Great. They're saying that they're being they're not doing anything to be quiet.
Okay.
Unless one of you initiates a like private conversation, they are not doing anything to be private.
Kind of my response to him saying they'd hit first. My response is well, them hitting first is an answer to why they're here.
This is true. For me. I loved the wrong person. And I pissed off the wrong people. That's about all I'm willing to say. We do inadvisable things for love. At least some of us do.
I hope the love was nice. Genuinely.
It's not. Hosier has a much better voice
I
than
wish.
I fucking wish. That the
I
guide
wish.
is a Hoosier, but no. Yeah. They found us in a week. That's what happened. I died and they found us in a week.
Yeah, I love you.
I am obsessed with Hosier, so this is the soundtrack to Inferno. That's how it goes. Anything else as you guys are walking? Making your way through these woods, following the guide with the torch. The torch which continually gives that feeling of hope, of salvation. Go ahead.
I will say, as we're walking, I don't do anything, but I'm thinking about what the serpent suggested.
Sure.
And I'd just like to make an insight check and just like looking the guide up and down, just see if I can determine like what like weak points may be, or like how do they walk, how do they hold themselves, what are things that they might not be paying attention to, just doing a quick like analysis, not acting on anything.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me insight.
Ugh. Okay, 16.
16. You are okay. You are as you are looking this being over, the guide over, it's hard to determine like weak spots because they, much like you and your companions, you're not corporeal. It's not like oh, there's an elbow, ooh, we can take him out at the knee. Like it's they are extremely, again, they almost have a feel of like of light and of being like almost like a statue. They it's a little bit less defined than you all, and I would say you get the impression that maybe your best chance would be to have a distraction. You know, so maybe get somebody talking and then somebody could so if you're trying to get the torch away, that's one thing. If you're trying to hurt this being, that is a whole other thing, and that you feel would be almost impossible.
How would you feel about incapacitating?
Hard. Very difficult.
Cool.
I
Just
mean,
trying to gauge. Yeah.
You feel like maybe you could incapacitate them, but you know what happens when somebody gets incapacitated. They don't stay down long.
Sure. All right. Okay. Just clocking that.
Absolutely.
Keep walking.
Absolutely. Does anybody try to test the boundaries of the torch? Or do you stay close?
Saint's definitely staying as close as they can to the torch, just playing it safe for now.
Okay.
I'm also staying close to the torch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So as you go, there's the kind of things kind of lull into the conversation kind of lulls into a silence as there is a very obvious discomfort, distrust all around. Also, you're in hell. Everyone's like emotionally tired about this. It all makes sense. So, all right. Right. Okay. I can't. It's I always lost the silent game. I got to keep going. All right. So this is the Dark Forest. You've been in it. You kind of seen it. It's very self-explanatory. It is considered the Gloomy Kingdom. So the other direction was the Luminous Hill. They're not very creative with their naming structures, but that name, the hill that y'all died on, that was called the Luminous Hill. That is the home of the three guards, the beasts, the guardian beasts of this part of hell. That's kind of the most direct route to the gates of hell. But those, as you saw, those the beasties are a little cranky and don't like to let people through. And in fact, will never let anyone through because they never die. And I've gotten in a few scuffles with them. Obviously, it's bad. So we're not going that way. Obviously, we're going this way through the creepy woods. It's very dark. If you keep walking, this is a big circle. It never ends. In fact, you all have been here for quite a while, longer than you think you've been. Sorry about that. Yeah, time is weird and has no meaning. But So where we're going is it's called the Eternal Gate. Yeah. So the reason I wasn't there to help you this last time with the beasties is because you keep doing things and you keep ending back up at the pond. So you're very difficult to track down. But I finally caught you.
It
So
would have helped if we had a guide in the first place, you know, to kind of just
it's just
help us through.
listen. I don't disagree, but you are very difficult to pin down, except by those animals who very easily pinned you down. Sorry, is it too
Not
soon?
easily. Not easily. I downed the wolf. I turned to a giant snake. One of us summoned a minotaur. I think we did a
You
pretty
turned-
good number on them.
You turned into a giant snake. Is that why they call
Yes.
you the serpent?
It is
No,
a
just
little on the
convenient
nose.
like that.
Oh, yeah, it's just a little bit of a. Oh, not connected. That's very funny. That'd be very funny if that was true. Any somebody had said, "Where'd you get a minotaur?"
The pagan just kind of lifts up the jar, puts
You've
it back
got a
down.
minotaur in that jar. That poor thing. That's a terrible thing to have. Also, are you okay? Are you getting very tired? Sainty, you've got this is a big old fucking banner.
I mean, it's pretty light in my hands. I just.
Apparently, it's good for fishing.
We're gonna hold space for the best joke of the night.
Miniature.
Thank you, Sarah.
Minotaur, miniature.
Miniature minotaur in a miniature.
Miniature minotaur
Minotaur
in a miniature. I love it so much. Anyway, it's good for fishing. That's a terrifying sentence. It doesn't seem like it would be.
It's not, I assure you.
Oh, there's a story there. Excellent.
Unfortunately. Ugh. Have you No, you have. You mentioned that this is your first time shepherding
Yeah.
other people. Yeah.
That might be why it took me so long to find you.
Hmm.
It's as you've noticed, these woods are a challenge.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it's all around. So goes all around, and we're gonna go find the Eternal Gate. We're going to avoid those beastie fuckers because they will kill us all, and I don't want to do that again.
True. To answer Courtney, 2.
It's weird this happened twice.
Huh.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. Hell has a back door.
You know, they like to say that God is ineffable. Hi, Chuck. God is ineffable.
Iggy?
Shout out to a home game that I'm going to be playing in soon. God is ineffable. So, supposedly, the perfect design. No. Yeah, no one ever makes things well. So, yeah. I guess, if you want to call it that. Mostly, we're just going away. So we're going to the only door there is, but we're taking a back way. Is that a back door? Did I answer your question?
Something. I feel like you've just caused more questions, but.
Hey, we got a long walk. So
Good to know our almighty Lord is capable of making oversights.
he, to be fair, he doesn't care so much about this place. This is what he
I
hates.
figured.
He doesn't. I haven't been to Paradise, but I would assume it's better constructed.
I have.
Well, if he doesn't care, then how can he send people here? Good day.
Oh no, he doesn't care if it works well. He just that's not his problem. That's not his purview. There's people in charge.
Understood.
If this place exists, then there's no need for heaven. I doubt it's really there for anyone other than him, maybe a couple others. After all, this place is a punishment, and all you need is a punishment. You don't need a goal line or something to reach to. You just need a punishment to make people do what you want. This place is the crime, and it's the eternal crime. And if there's only one person who belongs here, and it's the one who made it. Along with every other fucker that copied this stupid punishment for themselves. Prisons? All those fuckers deserve to be here.
I don't say anything, but if the prophet could smile,
So scary.
Yeah.
Just so scary. Just a skull, just a deer skull smiling. Weird, but
Terrifying.
so scary. If Dante's writings are to be believed, there are 2 more books, Purgatory and Paradise. So, if this is true, then I would assume the rest are as well. But, incentive, I guess.
Whether it exists or not doesn't really matter.
You're not
Doubt
wrong.
anyone's going to get there. We
Oh.
sure as shit aren't.
Hey, you don't know that. You're still at the beginning of your journey. You
Well,
could redeem yourselves.
well, I'm here for theft, and I theft gold. I stole it. What were my other choices than stealing? Death? Starvation? It was either die or steal, and yet here I am in hell for living. For the simple fact of needing to live, I am here.
Listen, I'm about to sound very sanctimonious. What is the opposite of a devil's advocate? Because I'm sure not being one. But anyway.
I kind of like nod toward the saint.
Oh, now. So,
Angel advocate.
angel advocate. Right, so the idea is that while you're down here in this limbo state, that everything is wiped clean, the slate is wiped clean, and you go back to your bodies and you start again. So I guess the idea is that you learn your lesson, slap on the wrist, and don't do it again, and be a good little boy, or girl, or thing. But neither here nor there, that's your choice. For now, just make our way.
I'll like lean into the serpent. No, this doesn't have to be private. Like I don't really care if other people hear this.
Okay.
I agree with you, dear. I have no desire for paradise myself, but we deserve our lives to continue in whatever way they're meant to. And what happens after can happen after and not during.
There's one thing I've learned is that nobody deserves anything. They just walk.
No. Mm.
Okay. Well, if you walked away, I don't say anything. But I will remember that.
And I
That's
think
a tool we'll use for later.
It was
think
a
with-
moment of like, we might not be quite on the same page the way I thought, but okay.
And I think with that, this is a great place to take a break. So 10 minutes, everybody. We will be back. For more just the weird shifting voices of a guide who cannot determine if they're Irish or Southern. What a good game. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Same thing.
Same thing, different fonts. Here we
Famously
go.
the same thing. Famously.
Famously the same thing. Cool. I'm good.
Oh, okay. You paused so long, I thought you couldn't hear me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let's turn this music down a little, shall we? What's up? Everyone have a good break?
Yeah.
We did our thing? Actually, I'm going to change it over to our other music that no one knows about. Yay. All right. Before we jump back in, I want to make a few shout outs. First and foremost, thank you again to my amazing players. They have been amazing and so fun to play with. This is not the end, by the way. This sounds like a goodbye. It's not. I want to show my appreciation, especially because I have been putting them through hell and said something very mean to
Literally.
Julia. I'm still processing.
Right.
Listen, the guide is
Fine.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Anyway, also a massive shout out to the artist who did all of our character art that you see at the beginning of the stream. Art by Lauren Smith. You can find her on Instagram as the #1 of many Laurens. She's brilliant. I might be biased because she has been one of my best friends since we were 16 years old. Whatever. But yeah, so amazing character art from Lauren. And big thank you to the Shooting Rainbow team, my comrades in arms who make everything easy and awesome and made this happen. So big shout out to everybody. And also thanks to Acheron Games for being awesome and making this game that we're all playing and using to make fun of Catholicism with. No big deal. All right.
We were all going to hell anyway. It's fine.
Hey, listen, we're in good company. Welcome back. You got cunty people and bitchy friends. We're all so awesome. Okay. So the guide is leading you guys through a dark path away from that hill that every just instinct had you guys going down that hill, going towards that hill, which it turns out there's a reason for that. It's because that was the direct path to the internal gate that you guys would have been the exit that you guys are looking for. As you all go deeper through these woods with the guide, this strange person that has been easy to read but also hard to read. There's something sharp about this person, but again, they're also in hell, so they can't be perfect, can they? But their intentions seem pretty genuine. They definitely want to get you through your journey. They want to get you through this. And as they've said, the only way out is through. And the only way through is along this path in the woods. Something I forgot to mention. Daniel, the serpent reached a hand out to try to touch the torch flame.
Yes.
Do you think they actually touched it?
No. Just close enough to feel the warmth.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
You're welcome.
Hey, listen, you're really interested in this flame. I wasn't sure. You drowned for this fire, so I wanted to make sure you weren't being Mothman.
Daniel, you were ready to die for this light source.
Mothman.
Hey, sometimes when you're a little depressed, you just gotta get some heat. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Listen,
when you're in hell,
God.
you gotta go for the fire. Mm-hmm.
We
Not wrong.
You're not wrong.
When you die, you go for the light. Mm-hmm.
When have they said the wrong thing? Nowhere. No lies. So, as you're making your way through this forest, within the torchlight, I would like for everyone to roll a perception check, please.
Fuck.
One.
Come on.
19.
19.
Modified 9.
Hell yeah.
You said perception?
Mhm.
Nat 20 plus 5, 25.
Ah,
Amazing.
Mikey!
Amazing.
My guy!
beautiful.
Done.
The serpent is still stuck on the shitty trees and nature.
I've never seen one before in my life.
This is
This is
what
this is what I've always heard about. Holy shit.
it's taller than a building. They
Oh my
grow taller than buildings.
That's
Wild.
fucking nuts. Chop it all down. Give me a goddamn buffet here.
God, I miss a brothel. Anyway, so where would I put a brothel in this forest of trees? Pagan, you are the first to see the tree line, to see a tree line, and out past you see an expanse. As you guys all walk through, the guide kind of lets out a sigh of relief. Right. Okay. So, we've got to go down that cliff. Are we all? How are we at climbing? Everyone?
I guess we'll find out.
That's
Maybe?
the spirit. I mean, we can only try, right? Okay, hold on. All right. So the guide just starts kind of walking to the edge of this absolutely terrifying, like, this isn't like a picturesque cliff that's like, oh yes, I stand on the cliff with the ocean breeze just blowing my skirts and my hair while my lost lover tries to find me. This is not poetic. This
Nah,
is
this is
violent.
wind.
This is not. This is the blackest, like, sharpest, vile, just awful, dangerous cliff, like teeth almost.
Can we see the bottom?
Do you go to the edge of the cliff?
I'll look.
Yeah. So if you go to the edge of the cliff, roll me an acrobatics.
What?
Or hey, or strength save, dexterity save.
Just to
Roll
like
me a
look?
save. Hey, it's a big old fucking cliff.
Okay.
You get the D4 to that, Julia, because you're still in my aura.
Did she?
Thanks.
I was going to say, can I help? Because she was holding onto my hand earlier
Yeah.
and could have gone with them.
Did you go with them, Pagan?
Yes.
Do you want to go look off the side of a giant cliff?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
We're just
Mikey!
looking.
Mikey!
So are you giving me the help action?
Yes.
Okay, so that means advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm also adding a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And it's acrobatics?
So no, we're gonna do a save throw. A dex
Dex
or
save?
strength.
Dex save. Okay. 17.
You feel the wind start to pull at you.
Nope.
And
Nope.
you are, well, hold on.
Okay.
You are very top heavy. You are a skull. You have a deer skull.
Yeah.
So you are leaning over to try to look down, and you feel yourself pull, and the pagan grips your hand. So, Mikey, what do you do?
I take their hand, grip it, and start to pull back. Not so fast. Let's not go over now. There are multiple ways to get down the cliff. I don't think head first is the way we want to go.
Thank you.
On the bright side, you could definitely see the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far down are we talking?
I mean, hundreds of feet. Like you would not want to
Casual.
fall off this cliff.
All right.
You do also notice. Well, roll me perception.
Okay.
At disadvantage? No, you didn't roll that low. Roll me perception.
Okay. 16.
You also, this is for the 16, as you were like looking down, being like saved and pulled back, you did notice that it also wasn't a sheer cliff. So there are like pathways. Like it's not a, like, you're not going to have to rappel down this cliffside. You can very difficultly walk. But it is like will be a challenge, but it is not something that is like you don't think you necessarily need rope, but you have learned firsthand that the wind is strong. I think for all of you, because again, anybody can see this as you are on a cliffside, it's an ocean, but it's not. It is choppy waves, and it is, again, it's like the most vicious ocean storm that you could imagine. It is mean, and it is water that wants to consume. If anybody would like to roll perception on the water, as you look out over the expanse, feel free.
24.
Amazing.
Perception. That's an 11.
Okay.
An 11 on the water.
Okay. Got it. On the 11.
I
I'm
also
not going to do
rolled
it.
an
I love it.
11.
He did it. I did it. I know you were baiting me, but I'm not going to do it. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry. Max was baiting me to make fun of how they say water, because I always do, and I'm being kind and nice, and I'm a good friend. Daniel, what did you roll?
I love you, Eli.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll on your perception, my friend Serpent? I didn't hear
me?
you.
I rolled 11.
Okay. All right. We got one person who's super perceptive, and honestly, the rest of you are probably going to be glad you aren't. Prophet.
Yay!
Prophet, your heart that doesn't exist is pounding in your chest. And you're taking in this cruel, beautiful, just devastation of expansive ocean. And you see these waves crashing, and you are staring at it, almost looking for patterns. And you're starting to see things, and you're like, oh, are those like fish? Animals? No, those are bodies. There are souls. Thousands and thousands of souls filling this vast ocean. Crashing on the shore.
Oh.
And just, yeah. No one else sees this. You're all like, wow, this ocean's scary. Okay, cool. How are we going to get down this cliff?
I'm gonna, like, as subtly as I can, just, like, wrap my arm around Pagans and just, like, so, like, fucking quietest whisper. Would you help me, dear?
What with?
Getting down.
Of course.
Thank you.
We all need to help each other get down.
Yes.
How do you suggest we get down, guide?
Hold on. I'm looking. There's a way down, all right? I'm looking. I'm British now. There's a way down. Every Irish person is mad at me. I'm going to go back to Southern. Okay. As an Irish person, I just hurt my own heart. There's a way down. There's a path. I just gotta find it.
Your audio is a little fucky.
Good. 'Cause no one can hear my bad accent. That's my internet saving me from my terrible accent.
Mm.
It's Chuck. He's back. Chuck will find it. Let's go. The guide
What's up, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck? I like people. I do belong in hell.
Chuck, find you.
No,
check out
Chuck's
my
a war
street.
hero.
Chuck is a war hero. Stop it, Gabby. Anyway, I'll find it. There is a path. I'll find it. Okay, just stay close. Again, also don't fall down the cliff. All right. So I'm gonna roll to see if they can find it. If anybody else wants to roll a survival check, feel free.
Honestly, I think I'm too focused on trying not to appear outwardly frightened.
Got it.
That's a 13 on survival.
Cool.
8.
11.
We're skilled. It takes the
We're
guy
screwed.
and the saint to. It takes them a while, but in conjunction, finally, there it is. All right, okay. I'll go down first. Y'all follow. Just stay close. Again, you need this. You need to be within this, or else you fall down that cliff. You're not coming back. All right. Good.
Great.
All right. So, skill checks. No combat. Just going down a giant cliff. We are going to do this in a few rounds. So, yeah, it's hundreds of feet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It's going to be a few rounds, guys. We're not going to be doing any kind of initiative. I'm going to do the free initiative as far as like I'll let you guys decide each round who wants to go. You guys can work in conjunction. Like, let's not like if you guys want to help each other, just tell me how you're doing that. The guide will be first to go.
I just want to ask the guy before he goes
God
down.
damn it, Sarah.
No, that's because Courtney rolled a 2.
I know. I saw that.
That was
Oh,
beautiful.
I was thinking that was an Oregon Trail reference.
It was an Oregon Trail.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's both. Anyway, yes, to the guide.
How? I just want to ask the guy just to clarify. So if we fall down there, we're dead. There's no coming back.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We
'Cause you won't-
ascend to our particular level of hell, or are we stuck here in this forest forever?
Well, your soul will go to your final destination. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I wish I could give you better news.
Hmm.
Just don't fall down the hill. Hill seems like such an unreal word for this cliff, but okay. Don't fall down the cliff.
Don't worry, Sarah. I'm not going to jump. I might
Yet.
make someone else, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, friends. If anybody kills my characters, you got to pay for the new character art. Let's go. New archetype. Who dis? I've done so much casting. Let's go. Okay, so so the guide goes down, and how do you for this? Let's call this 3 rounds. So first round. What do you do?
Okay, well, I'm fucking glued to Pagan. Like, I'm holding onto your arm probably, like, too tight, honestly.
Awesome. I will say, I will be having everybody roll an acrobatics check. I will make arguments for strength if that they're working by strength. If you are relying on another person and they fail, that will affect your roll.
I accept that.
Do it, but like I'm fair warning ahead of time. So remember that Mikey rolls once.
Hey, I have guidance.
I knew that was where that was heading. Thank you.
I'm trusting you, buddy.
Love you, Eli. Love
Bring
you.
bring out the gutgack dice, Mikey. Let's have some
Whoa,
fun.
do we wanna? Do we?
Yeah, baby.
Come on, let's tempt fate,
Let's
babe.
gamble.
I have
Hey,
guidance.
if they fall, I'm pretty sure Pagan goes with them. So
I would
Please
said-
that. So I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So
One roll, at least.
before we roll acrobatics checks, what does everybody want to do? You can buff yourself. You can do whatever.
I go to
Do I have anything?
Saint. I go to Saint.
mhm.
I just ask you, since guidance is going with Pagan, we might want to the two of us stay together, so that way we separate the advantages evenly enough.
Absolutely. I place my hand on Serpent's shoulder and I cast guidance on them. And I want to make the argument that through the whole like journey down the side of the cliffs, that the saint is gonna use their strength by mostly utilizing the banner pole to like stabilize them all the way down and like through the cliff.
Perfect. Argument made. Got it. Strength for sure.
I'm casting guidance on Pagan. I similarly am also using my scepter to try and support myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be casting guidance on the prophet,
Oh.
as well as, in case if you need to roll instead of me. And I will be using my own staff to. Well, no, I'm not going to be rolling strength, so that's not going to.
So it's athletics or acrobatics. So keep that in mind. Whatever, that's fine. Again, if you're making that argument, so like the saint is going to be doing athletics, I'm assuming, because of their staff. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Make your rolls, and what is the before that happens? What is the order? Which group is going first? Marching order. Who's going first?
Oh. I'd say the saint's pretty close behind the guide, so I think I would make the argument that the two of us are ahead of Pagan and False Prophet.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, with the luck, if I fall forward, I'll fall on them, and that's fine.
There you go.
Especially
everybody with me.
Soft landing.
DM, I got a little
especially how
finagling. I got a
prophet is.
Oh,
we got finagling. We got a bargain.
I got a little bargain here. So, I just
Daniel.
Googled. I just searched up, can snakes climb down and up walls? And it said yes. So if I were to change my form into my slithering form, would you allow me to not roll at all or to have advantage or something?
Don't say roll it all. What?
Advantage.
Okay,
sure.
advantage? I'll happily take advantage.
Hey man, if you're gonna be a freaking polymorph, how long does that last? Hold on.
An hour.
An hour. That's fine.
Work, bitch.
Eli, I think prissy little cult leaders can also just automatically scale down.
You couldn't even walk
Where
to
does
the
it say
forest
that in the
without bitching.
rules, Julia? I'm a little confused.
I would like to rewind to before the break when the false prophet was like, "Oh, my feet hurt."
Yeah, no,
Man.
Anyway.
Wild shape.
Yeah, not yet. Not at the right level.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Awesome. Okay, everybody make their rolls. Serpent at advantage because all of a sudden a giant fucking snake appears.
Yeah, but I kind of it's before it was the kind of like an existential rolling backwards, and as the bandages envelop me, this is like a twisting swirl as my cloak turns to darkness and a giant head of bandages with sharp golden teeth come out.
Oh my god, fucking metal.
Hot.
Thank you.
24.
Nat 20. For a 25.
Gorgeous.
Can I go first?
I got a 15.
Mikey, I don't like that smile.
Was it a 1?
It wasn't a 1.
Okay.
It was the one that looks like a 1, so that scared the shit out of me for a second. Let me just
Okay.
make that.
So a
It
7.
was a 7 plus my 3 for acrobatics.
Plus guidance.
Plus
Or, I'm
guidance.
sorry, not. Oh wait, that's a 9, not a 10, a 9 because it's 2 for acrobatics, not 3. Shit. But yes, a 9. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, guidance.
24.
Guidance.
That's 11.
Okay.
But I rolled a nat 20. And
You get distracted by this beautiful snake, and you stumble a little bit, but the snake tail kind of how is the snake? I will let you with a nat 20. I will let you help. You feel the tremor sense of your friend.
wonderful.
tripping.
So I'm kind of, since my snake form kind of is so huge that it goes alongside the group as they scale down.
Mhm.
So a little just bandages kind of whip out and just gently coalesce around the legs and place them back to the most advantageous spots.
Was that the fucking Gukgak dice? Is that
I
why
may
you
or may
rolled?
not be putting it back.
Yeah, put
in
it back.
The box.
Hey,
Hey, I'm a man of my word, all right? I
We-
said I was going to use it. The people wanted me to use it, so I used it.
and
Beautiful.
what happened
And
happened.
now
Look what
we know.
happened.
It's
And
Hey,
now
we-
we know.
created.
And now we know.
We stand Brian the goat Murphy in this house, but your shit is cursed. So there we go. Okay. So yes, you all have a little bit of a scare as your as the pagan like fumbles his giant jar. You guys are having to navigate with some truly unwieldy shit. But the serpent, the bandages come and help right them, and the guide is just kind of whistles to themselves. They're just like, "Woo, okay, all right."
Okay. One staff in like one hand, being grabbed on the clenched on by the arm and holding a giant jug.
Oh god, you have the
It's
carafe.
just yeah, I have the carafe of water right there.
Oh boy.
And so it's just like, whew. Thank you, darling. Let us continue.
The serpent's mouth, the giant snake form, just opens and just kind of like, do you want to put one of those things in my mouth and I'll just carry it down for you?
Like a fucking snake
get
that just
the
swallowed an egg.
I get the very weird feeling that is a bad idea.
The snake. Salutes down.
Is it? Might be, might not be.
No.
I don't know.
Snake head is
We
gone.
found out.
The offer is rescinded.
I use it and accept my help fast
Late.
enough. So, tasting the soul air. As gross.
I just had a terrible thought. Oh god.
Don't say it.
Don't.
Hey guys, join the Discord and you can hear what Daniel's awesome thought was. 'Cause I'm curious. We'll talk about it later.
Discord.
Put it in the Discord. Get in the Discord.
Get in the Discord, Jinx.
Get in the Discord. So as you all you have this little scare on that first leg. Go ahead and roll for the second one.
I'm doing the same thing. So, Pagan, you get guidance. Do I get guidance?
Yes.
Okay, we're guiding each other. Cool.
I am also giving guidance to the serpent again,
What is
Just
that?
in case.
Is that D4?
just in case.
D4.
Like,
Correct. Yeah.
Just in case both of his rolls are trash.
We don't know.
We don't know.
that's cocked.
11.
That's
11.
Modified 20.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
A healthy 16.
24.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
There is Prophet, you're having a little bit of a moment as your friend, the person you're kind of tethered to but not really tethered to, has that scare, and you get a little distracted when your foot slips on some loose gravel. But Pagan, with your role, I will let you give us, like, how do you help?
Who? Wait, I'm sorry. I blanked out for a split second. Who was slipping?
Prophet.
Prophet. As they slip, just with the staff in my hand, just arm straight across, try to catch. It is okay. I've got you. Let us continue. Are you okay?
Yes.
You hear from lower down. This shouldn't be the hard part. Just, it's got to get worse from here, guys. So, this is truly a cliff. Okay, no, you got this. Sorry, encouragement.
Guides
No,
really
got it.
telling us
Thank
to
you,
lock the fuck in
complication.
right now.
I'm gonna lean my head down a little and whisper to Pagan, I need them to shut up.
They're just trying to be friendly. It is okay.
I don't care. They need to stop talking.
I love because I tease. That's how I work. Anyway, yeah.
So now the false prophet's getting annoyed with someone else's snark.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's fine. Okay. You guys have made it 2/3 of the way down this absolutely terrifying cliff. I will, as we take a moment, anybody who wishes to, if you would like to take a look around, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Not 20.
Advantage
25.
because I'm a snake.
Do snakes have really good eyesight?
What do you say, search?
I don't know.
I mean,
Gabby, do snakes have really
they
good
see with their
eyesight?
sense of smell
Hey,
Do
Gabby?
snakes have good
and
eyesight?
feeling the vibration.
Yeah.
can
Gabby,
snakes, they can feel
can
the
snakes
vibe.
see good?
No.
Forget Google. We got Gabby.
God damn.
Yep.
So not with advantage. You can definitely roll perception. Yes.
Gabby says their tongues do it.
They don't.
Straight out of context.
Well, if you saw my Discord message, you'll know what comes out instead of a tongue.
Oh, oh boy.
It's their dick. That's a.
If you
Spoiler.
couldn't tell,
If you couldn't tell,
Hey,
if you're not
hey,
in the Discord,
if
it is
you
their
couldn't-
penis.
if
Since
you
the
couldn't
he's
read
wrapped in
fucking
bandages and the
between
whole
the
snake
lines.
form is just a bunch of bandages. Yeah, they got a forked
Maybe.
tongue.
All right.
we know
I
that they
rolled
are
a
very
18.
thin lines, but still.
19?
18.
18. Hey, pretty fucking good, actually.
17.
Not 20,
Uh,
25.
25? Pagan.
2 + 5 = 7.
Hell yeah, you're distracted by saving yourself and your friend. While you're being saved, Prophet, all of a sudden you're like, oh yes, I'm used to this. I have an assistant. So you are now free to look around as you're being held. And you see in the distance along a beach, a huge gate looming down the shoreline, and you can only assume that that is your destination. And it's huge from where you guys are, and you're fairly far away, so that gives you an indicator how massive this place actually is. I think Saint, you see that as well. Serpent, yeah, you rolled pretty well. So you got giant eyes. You're a giant snake. So like
Huge.
you see the shape of something, and it's Prophet, because you got that nat 20. It is almost looks like a bombed out ruin of a cathedral.
That's
This
awesome.
gate.
That's so fucking cool. That's so cool.
So-
Eli.
Sick.
As you go, last leg. Here we go, guys. Roll one more time.
How much longer does my form have in the hour?
This isn't taking very long. I would say that you'll have a little bit of time, if you like, maybe about 10 minutes or so once you hit the bottom.
I'm
Okay.
assuming I have guidance.
I dropped
Yes,
my
and
die.
I'm assuming the same.
Can I guide myself this time? I love you, Daniel.
It's all
Can I
good.
guide myself this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eli, I'm gonna throw separately on top of this 10 a charisma save.
Okay. Horrifying
You can
sentence.
do that.
Just
That's
okay. So
Modified 24, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
22, I think.
Go.
17.
Okay.
I can do math. It's fine. I'm an
That's-
adult.
10 and an 8 on the charisma save.
This is a horrifying thing. Why are you doing a charisma save?
For myself.
Okay.
So, Eli, you tell me what happens first.
With a 10, and because you have two people who rolled high, I would like for the pagan and the serpent to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Quick question.
Oh shit,
Are we
Julia!
roll-
You were supposed to get +4 on the charisma save because you were in my bless aura.
I'm gonna actively not take that.
Okay. Pagan and serpent, you get that +4.
Fuck yeah. So that's a
Serpent.
26. What am I rolling to save?
If
False
you would,
Prophet?
if you choose to react, you can feel the prophet stumble, like is actively going.
That was an 8 on the deck save.
Okay.
13.
All right. Serpent, do you choose to help or no? You don't have to.
Julia, do you want to call odds or evens?
I
Not this shit again.
love it.
Odds.
What was it? What was the saving throw? Or what was the
Dex
dex? What do
to
I have?
catch. To do something to catch.
24. That is even. So I rolled a 19. Even, let's say evens to save you. So yeah, I grab them. My
How does
bandages
your
wrap
how does
around
your
them. Yeah, my bandages, as they like fall down, my bandages wrap around their hands and kind of not too gently, slap them up against the wall back to like stabilize them.
Eli, did I trip? What am I stumbling over?
you just stumbled on, again, it's shale and rock, and your foot slipped. And again, you're very top heavy with antlers. So you lost your footing, almost like stepping on sheet ice, where like black ice, where all of a sudden your feet were not underneath you anymore. But
Yeah.
instead of falling back, your head and the way that this skeleton, this skull shifts your body weight, had you plummeting forward.
And I think with that charisma save, because I was already on the brink of something that I've been trying to tamp down, I think like my vision's tunneling a bit. And as the snake comes up to help me, I don't recognize it as something that's trying to save me. And I just instinctively try to like bat it away with my scepter. I think I'm inadvertently like digging my claws into the pagan a little bit, and there's a like frightened outcry that I am instantly so ashamed of, but I can't stop myself from being taken over by something.
Pagan and Serpent, if you would like, because you're both involved in this, you can both roll insight. Prophet, if you would like to roll deception, you can at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to fail.
I'm gonna elect to fail. I think that's what my charisma save was.
Got it.
Yeah. You called odds. I rolled a
14.
19, so yeah, I'd save you. Yeah.
14. Are you going to roll insight to see what's up with this person fighting you?
Who are you talking
sorry?
to? Serpent.
Oh, what? What was the question?
So the prophet is fighting against your help as you push them back against the stone. Do you and seems to be having feelings about something? Do you roll any insight to understand it, or do you just let it happen?
Oh yeah, I rolled 13 plus 6 for insight. What was it?
19.
What? 19.
That's 19.
19. Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, you guys both see this person who has been unflappable. Bitchy as hell, but unflappable. From the moment you guys have all come together, really unraveling. And Julia, you're going to take not much.
Okay.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as the serpent's bandages slam you against the cliff face in protection.
Can I do a perception check to see if the saint notices any of this while they're like a little too focused on trying to get the fuck down the cliffs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yes.
So just to be clear, am I restabilized even though I was fighting?
You are restabilized, you're catching your breath, and you're not far from the bottom.
Okay.
Can I say
That's a 12.
Let me just resolve a few things. With a 12, no, you're fine. Mags, you first. With a 12, you hear the struggle, but you don't see what happened. You didn't see the prophet fall. You didn't see, but as you glance over your shoulder, you see the prophet bound, not much, but like bound by the bandages, pressed against the cliff. You see the serpent being the serpent, and you see the prophet gripping onto the pagan. So, but you are still working on getting down. So if you want to take a moment to roll insight, you can.
No, I'm not.
Great. You just know following that away for later. Serpent, what were you going to say?
Just for fun, RP, the way that I kind of like save them is the serpent kind of dodges. Some excess bandages take the blow of your scimitar or mace or whatever. Scepter. Thank you. And the like kind of humanoid body that's You feel like a humanoid body of serpent press you up against the wall in almost like an embracing hug. Almost, they just kind of wrap around you through this snake form. The head is like far above, and coming from the snake's chest is just this humanoid form, and just kind of whispers, "We all lose ourselves in this place. Just be strong and forgive yourself." And they slither away.
Pagan.
Did I take any of that damage as well, since I was yanked into that, technically?
No, you did not.
Okay.
You did not. Anything else before you finish?
I think like once I'm like restabilized, it's like not, it doesn't bring me back to how I was. I'm still very tense, probably still digging the claws in a little bit, but I probably don't notice that. And I think just I'm going to like lean my head into the pagan's shoulder and just like am trying to like keep an eye ahead of me, but also I don't want to look at it at all. And like, I don't know where to look. And I think like the pagan would just hear this like animalistic breathing.
Just feeling that, is the pagan just tries to comfortably, hands a little bit full. It is going to be okay. You are okay. We will make it through. Everything will be fine. And just try to reassure them.
Anything else anyone wants to do on this last little bit? For RP purposes.
I go up to Saint and make sure. Fucking push him
Gentle
off.
push off the car.
This is
Fucking done with this. Fucking done with it. Ugh.
The fuck did I do?
As you
Okay,
go,
Prophet's next.
as you guys are heading down the at the bottom, standing on this rocky, it's a weird mix. It's a rocky beach. It's not sand. It's not picturesque. It is just uncomfortable as hell. This is not the place you go to vacation. This is devastation. And the guide stands at the base and he holds a hand out to the saint as they come down first, as to help them hop down off. Do you take it?
Yeah.
Great. They help you down, give you a little wink, and say, not the hardest part is over, but hey, there you go. So
Some of us are more built and nimble for these kind of activities than others, I feel.
he just kind of chuckles and motions towards the ruins. Says, "That is our destination." The saint
Interesting.
absolutely looks like the look of, they're so fucking impressed by the serpent. They're like, "Oh, you weren't fucking kidding. My God."
I love Daniel so much.
Hey, it's bad down here. Do you really want to be? I mean, it might hurt your stomach. I'm not putting that up on screen, but we all heard it. We all saw it. We synced it.
My dick.
Sometimes you regret being literate. Sometimes you regret knowing how to read words in sequential order, such as that.
Let's roll for size here.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, roll
dude,
a
come
d12.
on.
Daniel, roll a d12 for me. real quick.
D12.
D12.
Roll a
Okay.
D12.
D12.
All right. What is this? D12. What is
Julia,
it?
I'm
What
very
is it?
sorry.
Okay.
I need to know
Six. That's pretty damn good. That's
Above
pretty damn
average.
good.
Average.
Above average, to be
That is
honest.
above average.
Amazing. Amazing.
Serpent's hot.
I'm gonna stop. I
Yikes.
could keep going with this bit, but no.
We're done. We're done. We're done with that. So as the helps you down, snake goes down, serpent goes down. The guide raises an eyebrow at the pagan and the prophet, who's not looking at anybody, I'm assuming, and reaches up to hold a hand out to the prophet. You're almost there.
I don't take it.
They move their hand to offer it towards the elbow of the pagan, whose hands are very full.
Thank you.
Right. And the guide stabilizes you as you step down and therefore help the prophet. You guys, you made it to the bottom of a cliff. Well done. And as you walk along the rocky beach, that's absolutely only rocks and not bones at all, you walk along.
That was so unsettling, Eli.
Sand is bones.
Hey, listen, it's black and white.
They eat
It's
the
black
sand.
rocks and
The
white
ocean
rocks.
is terrifying. No, thank you, the ocean.
The ocean.
Only the prophet knows what's in the ocean. It's all good. Only rocks, no bones.
Once we're back on the
beach
ground,
day?
I like sort of am able to take a breath to like come back to myself a little bit, and I think I see where I've been gripping the pagan's arm, and I just sort of gently place my hand over it. I didn't hurt you, did I?
It is fine. Are you okay?
I will be.
You took quite a tumble back there.
I will be. Thank you.
And as you are walking, you guys are just walking along this rocky beach, and this burned out, beautiful cathedral-like structure starts looming ahead of you, getting bigger and bigger, and you see the door. You see what is the gate, and they are massive wood structures that look impossibly imposing and heavy, and just they don't even really make sense as how they could possibly exist. Does anybody want to, as you're walking, does anybody want to make any kind of perception, religion, nature, any kind of check as you guys are walking?
I'll make a religion check.
Okay.
Am I still a snake?
10 minutes or so of slithering, you stop being a snake.
Damn it.
If you want to do something while you're a snake, let me know.
No, I just like being one.
8,
18.
What were the
18.
Hey,
what was it
Eli.
again? For either what or what?
And just whatever you want to be checking on, you let me know what you're rolling. Hey Max, what's up?
So that was a nat 20. So that's a pretty damn good for religion, methinks.
That's a pretty damn good roll for religion. Prophet, what was your 18 for?
Perception.
You and Pagan, are you?
2 crew for perception, which makes it a 5. But
Shout out to the 2 crew.
You're really focused on these rocks. The white ones are weird. Weird
The
rocks.
white ones are weird.
I don't trust it.
Something
I don't
about this
trust-
sand. I don't understand.
Strange.
What a weird bone-shaped rock.
Why does it look like a scapula? Strange.
It looks like a skull.
What are all these teeth doing here?
So many teeth. So bad. Serpent, what are you doing?
I don't know. I rolled a 9, and I was going to do insight, like general insight of the group, just like how's Prophet doing, how's Pagan doing, how's Saint doing. But since I rolled the 9, I'm still a snake, so I am misreading things.
Yeah. Your tongue, which is a normal snake tongue,
Normal snake.
by the
tongue.
way.
Regular
It's actually
tongue.
it's actually just a bandage that's just split at the end.
Yeah, it is. That's actually more accurate. It is
Mhm.
bandages, and you're kind of scenting the air as you're walking along, and yeah, I think that you're getting the vibe of like unease from the prophet. I think that's even though you didn't roll very high, I think there's still a lingering sense of that.
I'll say now it's like they're back to being like very in control of themselves and like the posture is very straight and everything, but they're not making direct eye contact with dead ahead of them like they normally would. Like I am kind of like looking at the ground a little bit.
Yeah. Prophet, you notice writing, but it's hard to read until you get closer, especially because you're not looking straight forward. But with a nat 20, the saint sees you know that this is a religiously magical artifact. This gate. It is part of your belief system. It is deeply ingrained in you. If you have the promise of heaven, there is also the threat of hell. You can't have one without the other, according to what you have always believed. And you see the words first as you're walking up. And you see it's quite a lot. It's very descriptive. And what you see, and if you see these, would you read them out loud?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna send them to you.
Oh. Oh shit.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Scandal.
I'm a special lad. Guys.
You're feel free to read these out loud. Hold on 1 second. It's in the private chat.
Through me, the way is the city Dolent? Can't read.
Bullet. Yep.
Dolet. Through me, the way is eternal dole. Through me, the way among the people lost. Justice incited my sublime creator. Created me divine omnipotence. The highest wisdom and the primal love. Before me, there were no creative things. Only etern. And I eternal last. All hope abandon, ye who enter in.
As the saint says these words, the guide looks you all over and says, right, the party's really going to begin. Are you ready?
Only one way to find out.
Yes.
Bacon takes a deep breath. Let us go.
And then my form drops like, oh god, that was weird.
And the serpent with the correct vibes, correct mood,
The guide holding the torch leans against the giant door, and it creaks open with a thunderous, like, body shaking noise. And do you walk through?
I'm gonna.
Knowing. Ooh, sorry, you go first, Julia.
Oh, you.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Maybe let's go.
All right. Knowing that there's some sort of promise that there's a way out, and boldly assuming that they know they're going to make it out, the saint very confidently walks through.
Who's next?
I'm gonna look to the pagan and offer my hand.
Their hand, if you probably notice, is clenched around their crochet. Their staff is just tightened, almost digging into the wood. As they look back towards the sky, let us play your game. And takes your hand and walks through.
Took the words right out of my mouth, darling.
Serpent recoalesces into his humanoid form. The bandages disassemble and pull in as the black smoke physicalizes in the air and turns into the kind of dark overcoat that they wear with the hood. And the fangs drip back into the asps around their arms. And they look back at where they just came from. If the journey has a start, then it has an end. Let's see where it goes. And they walk in.
The guide smiles as you all go through and kind of chuckles to themselves as you all walk through the eternal gate and the door closes behind you with a resounding thud. And you all have left the dark forest and have entered the first level of hell. So, you guys might be thinking, what happens now? Well, come back in 2 weeks. We will be having a little talkback session to see how my first table enjoyed it, because this is how Inferno works. Every level of hell has a new cast. So we're going to talk about the experience in 2 weeks and see what everyone thought. I was blessed with these players. It was so fun. And you will also get the announcement on who's going to be taking over for our glorious friends as the serpent, the prophet, the saint, and the pagan get passed on to new personalities and new players. So, what that being said, fucking huge thank you to Daniel, Julia, Mags, and Mikey for honestly being the best first table I could ever have asked for. And come back in 2 weeks. Join the Discord. Please join the Discord because also this is going to be going on through 10 levels or 9 levels of hell. So if you want to be one of these players, join the link in the Discord and join the link. There's a casting form. Please apply to see if you can play with us. I would love to talk to you all. It's amazing. Follow everyone on their socials if they have them. Daniel is not on a whole lot of socials because, like the serpent, they're very mysterious, and who knows? But everyone else has everything going on. Actually, also like the serpent, Daniel is actually a snake. It's very weird. It's very on the nose.
The humanoid figure that you see on the screen is actually an illusion. You're imagining it.
You weren't supposed to tell them
Only
that,
we
Max.
see the
God
snake.
damn it.
I'm sorry.
God
Come
damn
back in
it.
2 weeks to
God.
see Daniel's
I'm
true
sorry.
form.
God, I gotta get out of here. Ugh. These people
Yeah, you need to go back to the
get it.
terrarium.
The snake
Like-
lifestyle.
Just don't harsh my buzz. So guys, like, subscribe, follow us on all the social medias, on TikTok for as long as we have it. We're on Blue Sky, fuck X. Also, Trans Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, all the things. And if you don't agree with me, then get the fuck out of my Twitch.
Fuck off.
Literally fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, but join the Discord. Join us again in 2 weeks. Stay tuned next week for episode 2, next Tuesday on episode 2 of Guild Phantasmagoria Reincarnation, where one of our GMs, Cameron, and his amazing player Keller, play Bound Together by Caden Ramstack. We've got a shit ton of shit to watch with Streaming Rainbow, and we would love to talk to you all about it. So for now, good night. You're amazing. Thank you to my players. Thank you for letting me put you through hell. And we will see you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang out for a second because we're going to raid Folk and Myth. So if you're watching, don't go anywhere because we're going to raid another awesome creator. In the meantime, love you. We will see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye. You're amazing. Love, love, love.